Are we going to be any the wiser post-inauguration, January the 20th, about just how reflationary or inflationary Trump's economic policies will be?
I don't think we're going to know right away. What we are going to know is that there'll be a lot of executive orders that'll have to do with deportation, that'll have to do with tariffs, with taxes, and will certainly have some consequences for the deficit, but we really won't know what the exact consequences will be because there's so many moving parts in Trump 2.0 that it's going to take several months to figure it out. And meanwhile, the Republicans already are showing signs of getting ready to screw it all up because even though they have a thin margin with which to pass Trump's policies, they may start quibbling again over various issues and turn out to be less effective than was widely anticipated.
In terms of how this shakes out and affects the Fed's glide path, how conceivable is it, Ed, that the Fed is going to be forced, rather, into a position where it needs to hike at least once or twice this year?
Yeah, that's the real contrary view on the Fed. Virtually nobody is expecting a rate hike, and I'm always somewhat attracted to contrary views because the market doesn't reflect them, and you can have your biggest moves if they turn out to be right. But I can't buy into that one. I think the economy is doing fine. I think inflation is going to remain fairly moderate. I don't know that they're going to get down to 2%, but they may get to 2.5% to 3% for a while. That doesn't require them to raise rates. It just requires them to stop lowering rates. So I think we'll be looking at a less dovish Fed here for the next several months, and then let's ask that same question again a few months from now when we have a better understanding of fiscal policy. Right now, we've got uncertainty about both monetary and fiscal policy, and that's probably going to mean that the stock market's going to be fairly bumpy and maybe won't make much progress in the first few months of the year.